Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Amelia and I post new videos on Sundays. So just like last week's video, all the audio besides the last clip gone. I have no clue what happened. I thought I checked that the microphone was plugged in properly and I guess I didn't. So I'm going to just introduce this video, then do a voiceover. This is simply a get ready with me for the wedding that we went to in New York. I go over all the products that I use, the steps that I take to make sure that your makeup would last from the ceremony to the reception, and it's just going to be like a little step-by-step tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and thanks.
All right, let's get into it. So I believe that the key to good, long-lasting makeup is to prep the skin. And this starts a few days to maybe even a week before the event. So I will first go ahead and shave my face with dermaplaning. This is by no means necessary, but I just find that the makeup sticks better. It removes the hair, it removes the dead skin. And then that morning I used the Pond's cold cream as my moisturizer. I find this is very moisturizing without being greasy. For an event that was in April and it was still chilly out, I just felt more comfortable using a heavy moisturizer to make sure my skin was moisturized. I have combo leaning oily acne prone skin for reference, so I definitely have areas that are a bit drier than others, so that's why I like to use just a heavier moisturizer. If this was the summer, I would have probably gone in with a water-based moisturizer. I then sprayed my face with the Laneige Skin Mist, again for an extra hydration. The key to me having long-lasting makeup is the hydration and again the preparation. Finally, we can get into the makeup. So you can see here I'm going to use the Tatcha primer. I have found this works the best for my skin. I like the way it feels. I like the way it fills in the pores. Obviously, this is a very expensive primer, and I'm sure there are other ones, but for me and my skin, I swear by the Tatcha, and plus it looks gorgeous with the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, which I am about to use. So I focus the primer kind of around my T-zone the most, and even put a little bit under my eyes, but it's a thin amount. I'm not globbing this on by any means. I let it sit for a few minutes just so it can work its magic, and then I will go in with the Hint Concealer in DC02 Light, and just with the fluffy end of a brush, I just go over any acne spots, scarring, my dark circles. Again, I like a cream concealer because I find it just adds a little bit more coverage, especially to the scarring and acne that I have. You have to let it heat up a bit, so I do leave it on my skin for probably 30 seconds, and then I'll fluff it out with either the brush or my fingers, really depending on what I like. I did bring two foundations, so I brought both versions of the L'Oreal Infallible. One is like my true winter shade, and one is my summer, I'm wearing a fake tan shade. And because I did use a self tanner, but I did not leave it on for as long as I usually would, I am hoping that if I combine both of these shades together, I will come up with the shade that is actually on my skin. So just on the back of my hand, I did like 2 pumps of the light and then just like half a pump of the dark, and I think it got pretty close to what the spray tan is on me. And just with my Morphe brush, I just went in and, you know, put it around my face. This is also kind of the time where I will blend in the concealer more. I swear by this L'Oreal Infallible foundation. If you like a medium to maybe a little heavy coverage foundation that lasts, it has a little sheen to it, but it definitely leans a bit more matte, this is the foundation for you. I'm a strong believer that you don't need to buy super expensive products all the time to get the best. As I said, the Tatcha and L'Oreal, 2 peas in a pod, work amazing, ride or dies. Now, this L'Oreal Infallible does have a bit of like a rose scent like most L'Oreal products do, so just keep that in mind. It doesn't irritate my skin at all, and I don't really mind the scent that much. Do I wish there was no scent? Sure, but it is what it is. So I blend that in, and because I was wearing my hair up, I made sure to get my ears, you know, my neck, even like a little bit at the back of my neck, just to make sure there were no crazy lines. Then after this, I go back in with the concealer just to touch up any areas. And then because I wanted more of a natural look for this wedding, I went in with the Ritual Day The Cream Blush in Bee Sting. I really love this cream blush. It's just like that kind of maroony color. And again, just lightly tap it across my cheeks and my nose. Then before I went in with any powder products, I added the Fenty concealer. I only do this for events or if I'm going out. I find this concealer is super thick and can be a little bit on the drying side, so I use it extremely sparingly. As you can see, I put a tiny dot in my inner corner just to add a bit more brightness. I do have dark circles. I feel like my eyes are just a little bit deep set, so I just need a little bit more brightening, and I just fluff this out with a brush. And then I went in with the Hourglass bronzer in that palette. I find the Hourglass bronzer just has a little bit of a sheen to it, so just keep that in mind. I don't particularly contour. I don't feel like I really need it or necessarily love the way it looks on my face, so I don't have any contour products, so I simply just bronze, and I just do it kind of like right under my cheeks and a little bit on my temples, and sometimes I take it up to my forehead. I do a little on my nose. Again, I don't even contour or bronze my nose into any shape. It's just a very simple sort of thing. I then took the L'Oreal Infallible powder. This was like one of those viral TikTok foundations and everyone swore by it. It looked disgusting on me as a foundation, but as a light, I kind of use it as a finishing powder just to add a bit more coverage, a bit mattifying without like, you know, taking out all the moisture. I love to use it as that. I'll even pat it on under my under eyes for a little extra coverage, clean up any eyeshadow lines. It really is a great product for that. I do not have the skin to use it as a foundation at all. And then it was time to do my brows. So I purchased this eyebrow stamp, and that's like the little color that I'm holding, but I find that I just like the powder a lot better than the actual like stamping motion, so I just take a very thin brush and go in with my brows. I cut the camera because it can take a while, so you'll see. Now I have finished brows, and now I'm going to go in with the Ritual Day The Ghost Light, which is their cream illuminizer. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous product. It has a pink, purpley shine to it. It's so silky smooth. I love this stuff. So I do tip of my nose, bridge, and then with a brush, I just go into the inner corners. I find that I don't necessarily really need that much highlighter, so I just dab a little bit on like the high points of my cheeks, but I don't go crazy. I used to go crazy. I don't anymore. Then, like I said, I wanted a more natural look, so I just brought my Huda Beauty Lilac palette. Again, another tried and true palette. I think purples look really pretty on my skin tone and look pretty on most people. I think we like sleep on purples as a society, and I don't think we should. So I take just like the beige shade and just put it in my crease. I always do this even on like days where I'm not wearing a ton of makeup. I just think it gives my eyes some dimension, and I feel like it kind of needs that because I have a lot of eyelid space that can just look kind of like weird if I don't, I guess, contour my eyes. And this is also like, you know, you call it a transition shade and will just help you blend out some other stuff. I then went in with the matte medium purple and just all across the eyes and brought it down underneath. I've been doing this a lot lately. Again, I think it just adds some dimension without doing a liner. I don't love the way thick liners look at me, so I kind of look on me. So I kind of think this is just like the way for me to do it. And then, you know, curled my lashes. And then went in with my mascara, another mascara that I've absolutely been loving. I love a plastic applicator. And like I said, it was just a really simple look, as you can see. Like, I kept my eyelids super matte and everything, and I was really just more focused that like my skin and everything just looked bright.
Here's the outfit. We tried to steam a little bit with the iron. It's better than it was. I'm gonna be sitting anyway, so it's just gonna re-wrinkle. I'm wearing Ellis Brooklyn Sweet. Can it focus? Love this. Then this jewelry I got from being a bridesmaid in my friend's wedding, and I just felt like it just worked. Shoes, Target, dress, Kate Spade. I need to put lotion on again because these knees are just not really working. I also lost my shawl. Oh, you can see my armpit. It's like, it was way worse yesterday, especially with the fake tan. It looked crazy. Luckily, it, like, as I said, scrubbed off in the shower. But yeah, I lost my shawl, don't know where it is, so I don't have one. And it's really gonna be cold. Just a little silver purse. This was my grandma's. She gave me like all her like fancy purses, so that's what I've been using. Yeah. Time for the ceremony. In the morning. We just got back from the reception, and I really wasn't gonna like do a closing like this, but I just wanted to show you the makeup. It lasted since I did it at like 12:30ish, and I'm pretty impressed. I did like a tiny touch up, just mattified a few things after the ceremony, but we're looking pretty good. Now I'm about to shower and hop into bed. There is an after party, but I literally got 4 hours of sleep last night, and we have to check out and just like drive some more tomorrow. So I'm just kind of like, I want to relax. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and the next video will be a vlog of our little vacation. So be sure to subscribe for more lifestyle content, and I'll see you in the next one.